Hey everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, back for 12 days of Sparkle and Shine. We are on to day 8, and today we switched things up a little bit. We originally were going to do heat embossing, and Daisy and I both struggled with that. We could not think of anything for either the life of us. We're like, I guess I could throw something together, but that is not the point of this series. The series is to have fun and do something fun together, and so we switched it up. And how we ended up switching it up is we both ended up working on some pretty girly layouts, and I started by taking those 2 pieces of pattern paper from the Carousel collection. I did pull this collection out. I love this collection so much, and I keep hoarding it, and I need to stop. I've created quite a few layouts with it, but I really have to stop hoarding it and get it used up. That's part of my thing right now, is to use up my stuff. And so I spent a morning, actually New Year's morning, fussy cutting out the florals and picking this fun photo of my daughter. So it's kind of a funny photo, but with lots of girly accents to it. So I love it. And I did just pick the 2 different color florals. I like the idea of the pink offsetting with the black and white. I thought that was quite striking and really fun, playful element here. And then to add just a little bit extra, I haven't done a ton of this on this series because I've done so much stitching. It hasn't needed it, but I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media, and I am going to do the good old packaging technique where you just go ahead and smush it down. And I did want this to cover a large portion of this pattern paper, so I am using an entire page protector. It's a 8.5 by 11 page protector, and there's spray all over it. I don't care that it's getting all over the page. I'm fine with that. I'm kind of avoiding the bottom because I am going to put a strip of pattern paper down there, but I love it. I use that really soft, I think it's called cotton candy from Shimmers, and it worked perfectly. Gonna also go ahead and use some Heidi Shine. I am right down to the very bottom of it, but I still have a little bit, so I wanted this to be super glimmery, so I did choose to use this instead of, I have a replacement for my Heidi Shine, and it's a Shimmers called Glorious Days, I think, and I think it's a Vibes. It's still got gold to it, and it's still shimmery. It's just a little bit more toned down than the Heidi Shine, but it's going to work just fine for me. And then I know you can't see it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happened to my setup of my recorder. I need to figure this out and get it more angled correctly. So I really do apologize, but I'm going to add this pattern paper that you can see. I had a strip of it down at the bottom, and then I also, you can see, use it to back it. Reason being, it's got the pink that I want, and my daughter's shirt is this teal color. So 3 colors. These are kind of the 3 colors that everyone uses: the gold, the teal, and the pink. I do know people are getting sick of these colors. I've been kind of hearing that a little bit. So it should be interesting to see what the new collections come out with, and where their color tones take us, if it changes things up for us. I don't mind scrapbooking in these colors. I have noticed my daughter's pages kind of all do have the same color tones to them, but I just go with it. Whatever. It's all going to look different because of the photos you use and whatever. And if you like a color, just play with it. But I do think you're probably going to see a shift in it in down the road with collections and stuff, because I think people are getting pretty tired of the golden teal here. But it worked perfectly with what she's wearing. And then to highlight a little bit, I know, again, I'm so sorry you can't see this. There we go. I pushed it up. I noticed. So I'm going to title this The Fun She Has. I thought that was a fun title. And then I'm also going to add just a couple more of those florals down at the bottom, where then it bases off my title there. It's just what popped into my head for a title. It's nothing spectacular, but I wanted to use that really gold shimmery word, using the pink and the gold. I'm just trying to bring in the same colors and bring them down to the bottom, and bring in this kind of glimmer girl type theme by doing things like gold is, I mean, that's pretty glimmery, right? And then the word she, that you can totally tell every single one of those letters have been Frankenstein to work for me. That is in a shimmery white, so I went with that. I'm also taking a little strip of this kind of scallop paper. I cut out 2 scallops thinking I'm going to do one at the top and one down at the bottom. I end up not liking the one at the top. It kind of cuts the whole layout off in a really weird angle, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to add it to the bottom, and it actually makes a really nice little like shelf there for the title to be. And then to finish things off, I actually just add a couple things. So I'm going to add a frame around the photo because Jackson is in the photo, but is really talking about my daughter and her being in this drawer. So when we lived in the basement suite, and Jackson used to play with this drawer too. It used to be Jackson's drawer, and he just put stuff in there, and he would take it out and he would sit there, but he never thought about like crawling in it. Oh yeah, well, my daughter did. Nora would take everything out of there and then crawl in it and sit there and clap because she was so proud of herself for getting into the drawer. I don't know. She was a funny one with that, and she absolutely loved to do it. She did it all the time. She thought it was hilarious. I know it wasn't really a good thing for her to be doing, but they're only little like that for so long, and we did eventually break her of it, and then we moved, so we really broke her of it. But yeah, so it's just documenting this. It's, like I said, kind of a funny thing, but I want to remember these little tiny moments and the funny things they do. And Jackson would sit there and talk to her, and it was cute and it was sweet, and I just love this photo. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of finish it off by, I needed another hint of black, and I do that with that chipboard, and I think it just says do what you love or something along those lines. I just like the dark element that it brought to the bottom there. And then just a couple little things. You saw me add the gold bow and the really shimmery gold floral down there, or sorry, up at the top. That really helped, again, kind of give the florals kind of a rounded presence. And then my journaling will go in that kind of L shape there, right around, kind of hovering around Jackson. And I love this. I think it's fun, it's playful, definitely more useful than my idea that I had for heat embossing. I still not exactly sure what I would have done with that. So I am glad we kind of switched it up on the fly, but that is why this video is going up so late today. Daisy's is going to be up late as well, so we apologize about that, but sometimes that's just the way it goes, and we'd rather, again, like I said, have fun with what we're doing than force ourselves to do something for no reason, especially when this is not a design team thing. It's just us having fun. So I love it. I don't know. I think it's fun, playful, works for me. I'm going to add just one more thing with this piece of pattern paper here. I kind of debate between which ones I end up using. I use a darker one so that it's got the nice little balance, and it just kind of puts a finishing touch along with a black border and my journaling that just talks about the story of her being so silly and she's just Nora. That's just what she does. So thank you. Please make sure to head on over and check out what Daisy does. Her layout is stunning. You are gonna love it. It's beautiful. So make sure that you hop on over and check that out as soon as she gets it posted. I know she's like halfway done with it, so it should be up at any moment. And here is a look at my final layout with the journaling included. And I will see everybody tomorrow with day 9. Have a great day. Bye.